But what do you actually get? What is this thing about? Really quickly. Well, we've aligned it to the Australian curriculum, particularly the general capabilities, social and personal capabilities. But in the teacher guide that you get, there are a whole bunch of other curriculum aspects that it ticks as well in terms of literacy and critical thinking and things like that. So we've listed in the materials what parts of the curriculum you are covering or addressing when you're doing the program. This is the goal. We would suggest everybody start with ArmorMe and take your time to do that. There's a primary version and a secondary version, which are very similar. But eventually the idea is that in this case, the 3s, for example, might do ArmorMe, the 4s Friend Me. That's when all the relationship stuff happening. Grade 5, Brainy Me, grade 6, Leader Me. And then in secondary, probably we're still deciding whether I think it's Resilient Me or Calm Me or Emotion Me or something like that. Social Me, which is written, Wise Me, and then Learner Me, how does my brain learn? And then senior, we're looking at a slightly different format. So ArmorMe has 7 modules because we do intro, deep dive into the 5, and then let's put on our armor goggles or put things through the filter. The rest are all 4 modules, so it's kind of maybe one a term. Senior, we're just going to do a series of modules like goal setting, how my brain works, how to listen properly, how to ask questions. I don't know. We're still kind of working through that. We've also decided now we're going to do some activities for prep. I know if I've told you this, Jo. So we're going to write, again, it won't be so much a graduated program, but it'll be a series of activities to start to introduce the ideas and the language right from prep. So I'm pretty excited about that. So we're prep to principal. These are some of the little characters we've developed that you'll start seeing to come in, particularly in prep, but maybe some of those early years as well. I tried to do an adult version. Actually, I did do some adult versions that we might bring into the senior stuff as well. There's our armor filter. So what do you get? There's a teacher orientation booklet, which is very detailed. Just sent Nadine and Jo the latest version, which is looking pretty good, which has a lot of information. And with that orientation guide are slides so that you can run 15 to 20 minute, if you wish, sessions. Once we get enough schools on board, we'll start having workshops you can send your teachers to, but we can certainly help. We can come to your school and help you, work with your teachers around that. Extensive teacher guide, and I'm just holding up here. This is the guide for ArmorMe. So everything that you need down, here is the slide, here's what to say, here's what to ask, here's the activity, everything that you need. A very colourful student workbook, presentation slides. The activities are in the book, but they're also separate PDFs for you to print, because a lot of them are card sorts, where you laminate them and the kids have to. So, for example, in Wise Me, we have 3 headings: wise, unwise, and just plain stupid. And the kids have to grab some scenarios and, decide, was that wise, unwise, or just plain stupid? So they have a bit of fun with it. And then some deep dives into, the consequences of those. And for each of the modules, we have a 2-page parent information sheet that you can send home as well. And you can maybe, pick pieces of that or send the whole thing home so that parents can be involved in what we're doing. And they make suggestions around what parents can do at home to support you. Key messages really quickly: your brain is a learning superpower. We're building your human armor. You can be in control of your brain. You are not your brain. You can make choices against what your brain is telling you to do. Everything you do is normal. It's just not always useful. Everything our brain does, it does for a reason, to protect us in some way. And they start to learn to understand why my brain is doing what it's doing. But once they have an awareness over that, they understand that they can override that. Helping or hindering. Is this behavior helping what you ultimately want, or hindering? Is it helping to get you a detention, or is it hindering? And I think this one's one of the most important. Let's explain your behavior, but that doesn't excuse it. We're not trying to make a soft approach here, but if they can explain and they can own up to it and still understand there's a consequence, hopefully we're learning faster than we would normally. And a great question to ask: is this the better me you want to be?